doing a decent amount, but the belief here, mada is so clean, isolating these plays and the snap with the cushy there. And even in this 1 versus 2, dodges the shock dart, isolates Jemkin, then just gets Crazy Guy down. So clean from mada. The only difference here is going to be the fact that we are going to see them move away from the Teo, of course. We were still playing on Teo patch for that qualifier. So you are going to see some flexibility because these are the type of maps where you start to see guys like Scuba move around different roles. I'm looking forward to that one for sure. Something Mitch has talked about plenty. Jemkin, like one of the best heroes out there.
Ooh, just a double duelist, or the double dash is already at the back, trying to run after Som and does so. And Som, such a vocal guy for NRG, just did not cry help loud enough, and NRG will be in heaven, already dogging up, using that Sky. Such a unique comp that you...
Dash out, no entry just yet. Low HP, at least for Jemkin. Monyet down is going to give a little bit of opportunity, but just not enough left here. Scuba has a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and so many angles to get through. Nice headshot. 2 more to go. Jemkin injured, but gets the last laugh in the end. Pistol for RRQ. Threat over at Garage, especially with how successful RRQ have been at back-to-back B-site hits. So having this now gate crash ready behind, Jemkin's not going to get to use it. And Monyet's got to expect someone in this close corner, especially when his teammate went down that quickly. Double dash, trying to get after Som and did not check that corner. So the spike's going to head elsewhere, but this round's looking pretty cooked from RRQ. Reinforcements, can he even shoot Monyet in the back? The NRG already adjusting how they're approaching the B site, which is also just, maybe they're going for orb, be more front and center. They got NRG got first blood off of that, and it's a flawless for NRG to fight back against all that.
Giving up a decent amount of space here. Trailblazer will probably at least see one.
The ball rolling, which now being able to dash and get the spike down immediately. NRG are giving a considerable amount of space, hoping to play off of Ethan's flashes and activate on Scuba's flank, which he's already put a dent into RRQ, forcing the attention of Jemkin.
Getting prepped for it.
That's the Haunt out first, but yeah, not having any smokes on this post plane is just going to hurt RRQ so much, so they got to hold it down, and NRG just divide, surround, and conquer.
To play very safe on both B and A. I mean, you have the share covered for B on info. Okay, here we go, just a dash on through, but mada's still going to get one.
And that's good enough for Monyet. He's going to activate the ult, and now 6 HP and a dream against Ethan.
Oh my god!
The double kill.
Real problems here, especially if you're stacked up. And you come in at 1 versus 1. Okay, Ethan, no issues.
I'm really happy with Ethan's impact so far, and now the Seekers, just to see how close Xfero was, and almost the ace at the end.
To qualify in. Let's talk about the fact that mada wants to walk up, though. Easy conversion onto Cushy and Spike down as well. Monyet to follow through.
Out of this fade as kind of the solo initiator, but it's really relying on Monyet to make a lot of the space with the dashes, but NRG are more aware of it now. Yeah, it depends on the timing of the other people over at ramp, but there's a trade right from the op where the sun don't shine. So NRG happy with this round to take a lead, especially after the timeout they're able to stabilize. NRG are trying to put up as strong of a defense as they can, but now letting RRQ get into heaven, that's going to be an issue as Monyet collapses into Scuba and quickly gets back into position to help propel the spike towards the back, but there is some problems. Ethan's been evicted. Brock can at least trade, but now he's between a rock and a hard place, but still spits back at RRQ and forces a lot more effort out of this offense to get the round going. 1v1 between Cushy and Som, and this spike is heading elsewhere.
1v1 needs to be very, very important, and it's going to be Cushy. Just see Som from a distance, evening things up.
Monyet's got to take it one step at a time, and the judge, just even with all those shots, Brock.
The rest of the team is just still kind of chilling, and okay, on this side of the map, Scuttle goes the way of Som.
Kind of a 1-1-3, a lot of duels that RRQ are losing, and now with the Vice Wall up, there is some isolation, and I want to see NRG take advantage of this, and Brock and Scuba do exactly that, and Spike's still in the hand of Cushy, no HP, he's going to need a Band-Aid, no friends, no hospital nearby.
Their share splitting up the team, then the flash is coming on through, super easy swings for NRG to be able to collect everything through.
Classic right clicks can be very scary. But RRQ, this is going to be a very tough round to pull together, at least the Prowler, and you know, a lot of Cushy is clearing that space, trying to give you as much heads up as possible as Ethan starts to pick them apart, activates the Seekers, which is already going to discover Jemkin and the rest of RRQ that cannot back them up. Either holding that angle at B or walking up or even playing as far back deep into sight, especially hearing that Prowler come out. And Scuba continues to be the X factor. He gets that pick at mid, can go towards sewers, here's action at B. He's going to go and reinforce that into Mail. Meanwhile, RRQ do what they can with the minimal weaponry, and it's just up to Manya in a 1v4.
It's just going to be Psalm holding on so strong. Scuba as well, winning his 1v1 against Xfero. No Manya has just too much to do. And no health as well. Oh my goodness, 7 and 5 for NRG, looking amazing on the defense for RRQ. That last round could have gone a lot better for them, but I think a little bit easier to punish.
So a flash from Jemkin too, going up against Ethan and mada. So he's going to pull the trigger first, and mada with a big surprise against Jemkin, and couldn't even get the punish. Manya with a big double kill. Ethan wasn't sure as mada kind of satcheled back. Bit of a mix-up. Spike down too. Oof.
He can go through. Yeah, he's got refract. Easy. Got the information. Scuba on the other side. One tag in there as well. Also towards Mail. That is really unfortunate for Crazy Guy. The only problem here is you have NRG winning over towards B, but there's just no spike control. That's the real terrible situation that NRG are put in.
Bow at mid, especially when you lost someone over at B. So here is the push from NRG through ropes, and it's a 4K for Monyet. So many people looking at you, whether it's Vents or even a judge sitting over in Mail. So NRG, if they keep, they're just gonna spray through the smoke, I guess, and really punish Jemkin.
And can Xfero get close enough for this judge to work? Good
paranoia, and of course you got the molly too, so RRQ have gotten good delay, and this gets Xfero into a better position. He's rotated over with the judge. You almost wish he held it at the front door. It would have been so much more impactful, but probably trying to play anti-sky, anti-flash where you can. And look, the impact of that dog, nothing. Storm is going to stay put, and NRG have to push and don't know which side of the pillar to get around, as Storm has to reconnect. Good win against Manya, gives confidence for NRG to go forward. There is 12 seconds. RRQ can try to play prevention. The plant does go off, and it's Cushy left in a 1 versus 3, and he can't do it. Double digits for NRG. Means on those paranoias are so big too. Just the molly to catch anyone in the corner, just to spam through Crazy Guy, not able to escape. But next up has been Xfero to cover the gap, and he goes 1 for 1. But I don't think that's going to be enough against RRQ. Especially if they would have wanted to pick up those rifles. Now Cushy has full util. Him and Jemkin are going to have to pull a rabbit out of their hat.
I hate to say that this is actually pretty workable. Util is pretty decent. They just need to connect these shots, and it's not happening. Scuba is a little bit too sharp, and Ethan, even though Scuba goes down, too happy to trade an 11 found. Q, of course, you talk about the fact that that was an eco.
Then NRG are going to clean up maps even faster. But they can win everything else, and Jemkin is insane, but he does get punished. Look at where Psalm ends up, too.
Most importantly, Jemkin dies, which means you don't have a very important tool to clear this pit through the dimensional drift. Speaking of this pit, Scuba, shorty kill coming on in.
I don't know if landing within the pit would have made a difference, but Monyet is insane for dashing in the middle of enemy territory, but it's a 1v1 Crazy Guy versus Scuba.
Get a timing here. Crazy Guy is getting impatient. Shoulder gets checked, and Scuba 3. Plenty through B main and A main in the past, and look at the advanced movement here. If this is a kill, it's probably over. Jemkin's gone. And now conversion, call it right now. Let's hit the pearl.
Yeah, no dimensional drift, no pit. This is RRQ going next. And to provide, and even though it's not the mada show, it's an NRG well-rounded team closing things out very shortly, hunting down Cushy, who I think RRQ have accomplished so much in the VCT Pacific scene as the champions, and they'll have that buffer. But wait a minute, a 1v1? Did I go there too soon? It's a nightfall. It's a clutch from Cushy. All right, Mitch, go sit back down. RRQ, not on RRQ's watch. Now you got the double walk up, double dash. Just giving NRG the hug. Maybe he really wants to go to Pearl too, and NRG just get a free one.
How much of a hero is he going to be this time?
For Crazy Guy to go and check out A, it doesn't stick it.
He did that so early. Did he assume that NRG had already rotated on? Surely not, because Cushy literally had the info that was a bunch of rotators still coming through from spawn. So it's like, that was a weird ult coming through, in my opinion.
Oh, paranoia, but as soon as Crazy Guy went to check for targets, NRG's fire was already there. Window, unless Xfero can make a good cushy impression, but it's still 13-7 for NRG on split.
Cushy made it interesting. Very fun round 19. Unexpected clutch, but tell you what, NRG, a bit more of a rare look these days from my perspective on Pearl. Look at this early art control though. NRG happy to walk in through, take all of this mid, delete Cushy, and now suddenly they have a lot of control of the map. As the time starts to dwindle down, RRQ with no information, just sniffing this one out. Crazy Guy in position next to him, Xfero.
Oh, a flash. Crazy Guy, does he live? And he gets pinged. The spike is down. NRG met with some contention from RRQ, but nothing that they can't recover from. As a spike down, Monyet makes an appearance. 2 duelists left. Does it have enough to take down NRG when it was just such a good start to the pistol? NRG, Scuba in position. And it's Ethan and Scuba that could collide one last time. Ethan just gonna bait for Scuba getting the finish, and RRQ took both pistols last map, but it's NRG with a better start.
And walk through. Smoke's faded now. First blood, good for Cushy. No further info though, but the spike down is a lot.
Yeah, you still have a flash from Ethan that can help try to push his corner, but he's just kind of unaware. Not sure why Som is the one making first contact with the spike, and Ethan's not even kind of making an immediate reaction to try and help assist pushing through that corner.
Ethan was on the other side of the map. Ethan was trying to make something happen on the street B-Link, and now he's really going to try and, well, not for very long. I was going to say we wanted to try and recover that round a little bit, Brock.
Waiting around mid. And NRG could have really used either of them.
Over towards Art, which they struggled in previously. They could walk past 2 stars. Especially the grab wall is going to slow things down considerably. This is now going to be RQ trying to hold on for a little bit longer.
Yeah, Mada's able to use the smokes to cover himself during that grab well, but RRQ's firing squad in position, and Monyet got enough time bought for him, but NRG still carving their path through, and it's just Scuba as RRQ got back into position in time, and as the spike tries to get picked up, RRQ just used it as bait.
Getting that info.
Ooh, good tap from Xfero.
Doesn't shoot a knife off and dies for it. Well, the rest of NRG is still hanging around mid, and now Brock, you mentioned his name. He's next on the chopping block.
And look at how deep Som is playing, and he gets discovered. NRG just keep poking and prodding towards the enemy spawn and are not getting anything done from that. Who is this anchor? And it's going to be Jemkin with the op. Maybe not expecting Mada to be that close. And Ethan still has a flash. What a shot from Jemkin.
Being dropped in his face. Smokes will block out positioning. In through. Scuba just wants to run through and chase down, and gonna get punished for that.
Still should be a good round for them. They're up by 1, but the time is on NRG's side in the post play and on the high ground. Oh, Brock! Oh, he's different. But Xfero hits right back. Good 2 versus 2, and Ethan still not in this. It's just up to Som, and just the teamwork is too good from RRQ.
Go through club and see if they can get a bit of a flank going. This has been spotted. They definitely know about this information. Brock, good. Any more?
Any more out of it. And it's RRQ gonna try to retake, and with Crazy Guy's double kill, it's gonna be a lot easier. And NRG have Ethan with no util, and the rest holding it down where they can and pushing together. But RRQ's clutch potential, something to write home about. Especially with NRG liking to go through RRQ, which like to set up there initially. They're pretty confident in their retakes, and NRG Cosmic Divide putting Mada in a more aggressive forward position, trying to get ahead of the game. A big surprise against Monyet. What a flick! What? Monyet is locked in. It's not over yet. Offensive Hunter's Fury from NRG to stuff the defenses of RRQ, and it's just Crazy Guy and Jemkin with the op still getting into position with all the smokes in place. He's not going to have good vision, but Crazy Guy will make the job a lot easier, at least being through that back closet side. It's a strong position that Brock flushes him out. Beautiful shock dart.
And he doesn't have info. Look, he's still looking over and towards the back. Okay, yep, diving into the smoke.
NRG just being able to drone up, use their Astra Smoke to approach safely, and then insert mada, double dash into the back. It's just the same game plan, but this time paying a lot more focus to that top high ground. But Hunter's Fury, mada is going to be dancing with the wolves, and he still has an impact to stop RRQ's retake before it truly blossoms. But NRG have built up so much momentum on these attacks, but Crazy Guy's shock darts are something else.
You got utility here. This is certainly playable for Jemkin and Crazy Guy. Crazy Guy on to Brock. That's all the flash is good for. What? No way. This is it. Crazy Guy.
NRG get to walk up pretty much for free, but now knowing the op is there, they have to be aware of this. Big shutdown from mada. Thorns in place. No approach from RRQ. mada is unleashed. Alternate angle. NRG have the time to explore and go through mid, maybe get a backstab onto Cushy, but there's no time. RRQ have to go in, and now and on the other side of the smoke, you just get spammed through, and mada just trying to cut through, almost wanted the ace, gets away with a 4K, and it's a 6-6 half.
But even at the end, when he was in the right place, instantly droned out. Here we go, though. It's monyet early.
monyet already being fast and loose, going towards the opponent's spawn, and now pressuring NRG from multiple angles, and it's the opener from Cushy with the Sheriff, and monyet, he senses blood in the water. 1 HP, and just couldn't get the last shot into Brock. Brings him down to his knees, and NRG just trying to play as safe as they can for reinforcements. You need Ethan in this fight, and Brock cannot stay alive.
Not afraid to speed things up here. RRQ instantly threw out. They're saying, you don't want to take this mid control. We're going to do it on our attacking side and find value. But mada has something to say about it.
It's so impossible to retake all the different angles, and RRQ that just don't have to show face, but NRG are going to try and bait them, tap the spike, get the attention, shock bolts, mada, what a read, and the second, another 4K!
To get past the technical pause and head into the next round here.
Oh my! Oh, wait, Psalm judge difference, the double K or the double kill while he's flashed. Psalm is insane. He had that one round where he had a 3 or 4K over at A. This is his playground. He got the spike down, teleport in. Jemkin, I respect going for the big play solo, but
he was full flashed.
Yeah.
And Psalm still got that one done. This is going to be flawless now.
Got the 6th sense.
Okay, not quite. As it's been mada just waiting there patiently for so long.
And you got like an Odin from Brock, full util, Ethan with flashes. This is gonna be RRQ suffering against the util of NRG, who have them surrounded, and now NRG have left a trap, and RRQ are just trying to get the swipe down with the Odin, and the spam from NRG denies. 12 seconds for RRQ to bail themselves out, and they get stunned, all thanks to Scuba, and it's just impossible with mada getting the knives out and cutting down all the rest of RRQ and keeping that 2-round gap. Taking up all that space. Now you're hearing a drone through the back site, and RRQ could try to explore that. monyet's going to decide to just stabilize the team because you haven't covered all the angles, and NRG are poking and prodding and splitting the focus of RRQ, and are leaving this to a 3 versus 3.
Steel card and Riddick slow things down and put a 1v1. mada, no issues there. Cushy ripped away. And the players on site trying to prevent this plant from coming on through. Som will take down Xferia, and a Crazy Guy likely just has way too much to do here. He'll at least make it interesting.
I still think Som was just such a nuisance. Crazy Guy had to pivot. And he has to pull off a clutch. And it's Ethan that throws it out. And Crazy Guy does it again!
Bang with the Odin is the one that actually takes a little bit of damage on the opposite end. And well, Cushy, here we go. Almost got that second one, but Ethan takes a 1-for-1 here. Dimensional drift coming in from quite far away. He is coming in.
Okay, pinging 1, pinging 2, flash, get him, keep him busy, play from main, and monyet gonna go towards spawn. If you catch Brock, this would be winnable, but he has to achieve this here and now.
This is RRQ just failing to get any control over it. No, okay, well, it's over. Down a piece with the Odin.
Uh-oh, Scuba, better watch out, but mada has his back. That's all you need, support. Against NRG, getting them out of their face, so RRQ do have to clear their way there, but a good cutoff point from NRG, who just have won very critical duels in that potential final round, and it's at least clearing these power positions, but it's the backside you have to worry about. Big win for NRG, and it's Psalm that ruins the hopes and dreams of RRQ to come back into this series, and it's a flawless one at that. NRG take the series and go to top 8.